Welcome back to the game. Woo! Go OBS. Never crashes. Ever. You missed OA crashing out in a spectacular manner. You missed TAC XO on provisional pole in that sexy, sexy Frenchman Alpine. Ooh, nothing hotter than the French, am I right?
Oh.
Looks like...
Oh.
yeah, our first round of hot laps come tumbling down. Terry with a pretty big fall from grace. That's a 113.1. Not exactly, as you would say, top of the scoreboard. In fact, the definition of bottom of the leaderboard of those who have set a time. He now sets a 1:06.4.
Oh, never mind.
Improving by over 6 seconds. Probably the biggest improvement we'll see all night, and that is provisional pole for him. That's great. All right.
We'll see how long that lasts. Because a 1:06.4 is quite a good time, but it's not actually the best I've seen.
Well, it all depends on track evolution. It does look like the track might, I don't know, clouds overhead. We might see some rain. If only we had a telemetry app to tell us.
Oh, only if we did. And if we didn't, then that would be a right shame, wouldn't it, this week?
Would be.
Oh my god, what the hell is Terry doing now? He's doing some sort of wide approach into that corner that he's definitely not doing a hot lap on.
Yeah, I believe that's the...
Is anybody doing a hot lap?
I believe that might be the I'm out of fuel line. I'm not sure.
That's fair. I think the only person who's coming around now is, I think, Lord Raptor. And he goes up one position.
Nice.
To 6th place with a 1:07.0.
Yeah, looks like everyone else is coming in. Throttle having to save a moment on the in lap. Interesting.
Also out of fuel.
Fantastic. We have the best drivers. This is our premier tier.
And just to let you know, if they run out of fuel, we will still allow them to participate. We're not like the FIA with Vettel.
No, they need to shoot a liter straight into my mouth. That's how we test.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You said that, not me.
What's wrong with slurping some motor oil, you know?
Will there be wets? Well, we'll see how that liter goes down Kia's mouth.
Will there be wets? No, according to our very accurate race telemetry, which say the chance of rain at maximum is 11.6%. And that's at the very end too. So it is looking like a dry race for tier 1. I can't say the same for every other tier that's going to be racing here. It's usually very wet in Brazil. Given they have big rivers and stuff. Astro in the Ural Kali Haas once again coming out.
Hello, Kia.
Hello?
Welcome back.
God, I love Discord.
Yeah, it's having a lovely time. But is there a chance of wets? There's always a chance of wets, Tommy. Every single race is a chance of wets.
Literally
and if I had my own say,
just told Tommy that there isn't a chance of wets while I was disconnected, so...
Wow. That's shameful. You should never say that to Tommy.
Sorry, the chance of wets, as I said before, is 11.6% an hour after the race starts, at which time we will be done. So...
well, if it's anything like last week, we might not be
yeah.
done.
Over half the race spent under safety cars in more than half of our tiers. You know, it does bring a tear to my eye. Let's see if Tier 1 can actually get past Turn 1 this time. They had a bit of trouble doing that last week for unknown reasons.
Well, can I ask if it's possible to put a poll to see how many people will spin on Turn 1?
Sure. Let's see. We could do a poll or a prediction. Which one do you want?
Oh, let's do a prediction. Predictions are more fun.
Thank you for the subscription. Let's talk golf.
Let's talk golf. I am down to talk about golf. Rory McIlroy did not get an Olympic... wait, we're talking about F1. Never mind. Let's not talk golf right now. Is anybody on the hot lap? I actually don't even know.
Well, the stream is a very interesting screen of my pause screen right now while I set up this poll.
Ooh.
Or the predictions. So we'll do a 5-minute prediction. Outcome number 1 is more than one person spins turn 1. Sorry, yeah, more than one person.
Well, we already have one person spinning on turn 1, and that is Rogue right now. He had a lovely spin right there.
And there is your prediction. How many people will die in turn 1? If you chose none, because tier 1 is the best tier, I have news for you, and it's called tier 3.
Well, I'm spending 200 on this for more than one.
Fantastic. Looks like Gypsy is going to be coming across the line soon enough. He actually looks like he's backed out of his lap. Let's see if Ruda is going to finish one. Ruda does look like he's finishing a lap. 108? No, 107.7. Second improvement, but still at the very bottom of the leaderboard. Who's that next? Terry? Terry's coming across the line. 3 seconds down on his time, so I imagine that's not actually going to count. Is that Rogue at the very end with an invalidated lap? Yes, it is. Who is in that Haas? He has to be pitting, right? Because he's down on his time as well? I don't know.
It is Astro currently, and Astro is not. He is going for a hot lap, or whatever type of lap
107.7, a second slower than his past laps. Interesting. Lord Raptor coming across the line, is that? No. Yeah, it was Lord Raptor. And the Ferrari of either Rosefest or Van, looks like it's going to be Rosefest starting a lap. We can follow along with him, actually, as the AlphaTauris behind come into turn 1. This is popularly known as the Senna F, so I prefer to name it the Prost S. Coming through Curva de Sol, down Redo Opposto, Pasta, something like that.
Beautiful.
Al
dente.
Now, now through Mar-a-Lago, as it's called, 4 and 5. It's a tricky section of the track. There's a lot of, longer... No, basically, it's hard because it's not 90-degree corners, as we're also used to in very real racing. Long, off-camber, very windy, canted turns. It's a very exciting track, fairly technical too. You got to manage your tires throughout the lap in order to not overheat. As Rose demonstrates the disadvantages of overheating the tires, they let loose of their grip a bit too soon. You have a moment of oversteer and ultimately lose time. Coming through Sector 3 now, going to be coming down the DRS straight, also known as the Senna DRS straight.
DNS?
Yep. You can tell I've been doing dev work all day, and he comes P6 with a 106.827 right below his teammate. Wouldn't be the first time a Ferrari boy is below another Ferrari boy.
Whoa.
Got something to say there? Sir Harry up by 0.02 on his time. We'll have to see if he improves in Sector 3. Obviously didn't in Sector 2.
Right now that would put him in 5th. That would let one of the Ferrari boys not be right next to the other Ferrari boy.
Oh, they're inseparable.
I don't know, on the grid maybe? Let's see.
Coming across the line, I'm going to call it a 106.6 with a P5.
Beautiful.
And he actually jumps both of the Ferrari boys, so not doing as the Lord intended. Lord Raptor, speaking of, coming into the pits. What a shame. Here's Williams' teammate, starting his lap. 17 seconds, finishing a lap, 17 seconds quicker than previous laps. Rosefest coming on an in lap, I can see that. Terry on an out lap. The McLaren's behind, that'll be Sir Harry, of course, just finished his own lap, so that leaves Smithy on an out lap.
There is, a minute 6 to minute 7 everybody's doing right now, so you want to be going out of the pits probably within, a minute 45 leaving the pits to get that final...
give yourself a bit of a buffer as well. Obviously, it's a bit hard to massively cut corners here without going across grass and dying and ruining your tires and everything. Just to
everybody giving space
absolutely solidify this, it is a very safe, soft medium as throttle retires from this section. I'm going to assume that's in the pit lane. But yeah, it's a very comfortable soft medium. I don't expect any alternate strategies. As Van suggested, people who go onto the hards deserve lobotomies, I believe he said, in those words exactly. It's looking to be fairly concrete in terms of strategy. Smithy, invalidating his lap. Unfortunate. Looks like, is Terry on one? No, Terry's coming in after finishing one. Tactics O on an out lap. We'll have to follow him. Sir Harry City?
Indeed.
What about Sir Harry City?
I think he means the situation of Harry Kane between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester
Oh,
City.
so irrelevant, of course.
100% relevant right now because it's all money. Because cash is king.
We're talking about rugby, right?
No, we're talking about hockey.
Right. Patrick Kane with the Blackhawks or whatever.
Oh, I'm talking about field hockey. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
my bad.
Yeah.
Looks like Tact is starting his lap coming through the Prost S. He's going to have to contend with some traffic coming out of the pit lane. We'll have to see how he does that. Opening the DRS down the passer straight into Desira do Lago. Very nice. Cutting just over the curbs. Mingling a bit with the fear of invalidation. Letting off just a bit coming through in 6th gear for turns 6 and 7 there. Now down into the hairpin at turn 9. Coming into the Hamilton corner soon enough. Obviously the site of a famous battle between Albon and Lewis Hamilton. Down into the DRS straight now. Fighting the car just a bit with a little snap there. Just to make sure it behaves. Coming down the DRS straight, looking like it might be a 106.497, 3 thousandths slower than his last time. That is disappointment.
That is hella close though. So what is that? 478 is P1 right now, so that's what, 2/100ths of a second between them. That is really close right now. We got a few more guys going to be coming out of the pits pretty soon because this is the optimum time to actually get your hot laps in. And is Tact and Terry... That was interesting. Terry's just in an out lap. Okay, fair enough.
Following along with Stewie, who, unlike Tack, who took a 6th gear position through that corner, is ducked down into 5th gear for turns 6 and 7, coming around the outside of Tactics-O in the famous Hamilton-Albon corner, the site of a great battle fought many years ago, coming now into turn 12 in Huncao, I believe it is called, in a butchered Portuguese, coming down the DRS straight.
What about a Huncao?
Yeah, exactly. With a minute on the clock, he's going to be aiming for a 106. Will he be able to get it? Breaches, yes he does. Improves by 700ths.
Very nice.
That is not an improvement of position, I believe. He was just ahead to Lord Raptor. So, unfortunate for him. But that is that. Lord Raptor, speaking of, coming down the DRS straight himself. The least straight on the straight calendar. 106.961. Right behind Stewie by 3 thousandths.
And you know who I'm kind of disappointed with right now is Van's
Did Chipsy
time.
just set a P3? I think Chipsy might have just set a P3.
Chipsy would have just set a P3.
Wow, what a...
And that's a very close time right now. Like 1/10 between the top three is very
Van
impressive.
hugging the line, 106.5 puts him up into P3, knocking Chipsy, giving him the boot, kicking him to the curb after a stressful night. Terry's coming down. Terry's coming down to set his own time now, still hugging the left side of the track with a 106 flat. Whew! 106.086. That is, going to be impossible, I would say, for Tack to beat.
Well, Tact has finished his lap and he ran out of fuel by the end of that lap. It looked like. I'm not sure if he was just giving up, but I think the only person or the last person to actually get a lap in will be Rosefest.
No, because obviously the timings aren't synced up, as sheer insanity comes across the line 106.9, putting him up into P10. I think Rogue might be able to start one, but I'm not certain. Or he might be ending one, actually. That'd probably be more likely. 106.7, up into P8. Not a fantastic showing for a former champion, one would say.
No, not at all. Chipsy getting P2.
P2. Wow. Unexpected. Smithy across the line with a P5. 106.5. 4-6. Harry Hotspur.
And Rosefest is on the DRS straight right now in the last sector. Let's see what time he's gonna get.
Not hugging the left side of the track as everyone else does. Improves by 2
No,
tenths.
and does not improve.
He does improve by 2 tenths, but not enough to gain another position. Now it's only Terry and Harry out on track, and both should retire immediately and feel bad about themselves.
Definitely. No, I don't actually have the telemetry up, but are we naming and shaming people who don't have it in public?
Sure. Right now that's P12, sheer insanity.
Well, to be fair, I think this is their
Yeah,
first
it doesn't
race.
matter. I pinged their teammate and told them to turn it on, so there is no excuse.
Oh, well then, for shame to you.
What are you, like
Absolute
authoritarian
disgrace.
or something? You
Disappointed.
don't like the freedom of information or whatever? Dumb.
Wow. Well then, I want to go back to the prediction. It seemed there was 10,000 for spinning at least one person, I think, or one or more, and 10 points for none. So whoever who gave that 10 points, you've got a lot of confidence in these people.
Okay. Unfortunately, another mod's gonna have to deal with that prediction because I literally cannot. I'd have to open mod view, and that would take me out of the game. Terry claiming another pole position. Chipsy in P2. Tact XO in P3. Van and Smithy P4 and 5. The Hong Kong boys. Rose from Spain P6. I thought he was very Canadian. Astro, Sir Harry, Rogue, Stewie rounding out the top 10. Rogue a bit far down, but not his worst qualifying. That, of course, is P20 fairly consistently, actually. But yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out in the race. Of course, the strategy is, as always, soft medium.
I think Rose might be doing the Spanish one because he is Carlos Sainz. So Van is the person from, is that Hong Kong?
That is a Hong Kong flag.
Not sure where that.
Yeah.
So apparently Ferrari currently have a Hong Kong driver. I'm not sure about that.
I did not know. I thought Charles Leclerc was Monegasque. I thought he was like very proud of being very rich or whatever.
Maybe he just Van is talking about another city-state or something like that.
Well, I think it's cute that you believe that Hong Kong's a city-state. # free Hong Kong.
That's fair.
Van is crazy fast now. Figlin, I'm going to have to ask you to put a cap right next to your message, please. That is a cap.
Oh, yes, one of those blue ones. I'm down with the kids. Something
yeah,
like
a build cap, Waiting for players. I wonder what players we're waiting for. But this
probably Van. Some probably like a bourbon over his satellite or something.
Yeah, this is a good a time as any to remind everyone about our telemetry application. I put literally minutes of work into it, and it would mean a lot if you opened it and wasted my bandwidth. New improvements include the percentage chance of rain, that there's no guarantee that's going to work for the race. Other improvements mean that you can click somebody and see a driver profile of them that include damage. If you're confused what all the boxes mean, if you hover over one of them, it'll tell you, but generally it's just like flora damage, whatever. Yeah, that is that. Now we have all 16 on the grid. People starting on mediums in the back. 2 people starting on hards. That is not the strategy, gentlemen. That is not the strategy. That is...
Oh my. Oh my god. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's a very, very easy soft medium, and I'm very surprised that people chose to go into mediums.
Maybe these people think they can do the whole race on hards? Don't you get DSQ for that, actually?
No,
or is it
no,
a 30-second
you're required to change at least once, if in dry conditions.
Okay, just making sure.
Let's see, okay. It's a 1% chance of rain right now, a 2% in 5 minutes, a 5% in 10 minutes, 9% in 15 minutes, 6% in 30 minutes, 45 minutes it's a 4%, and finally, in 1 hour, it's an 11% chance of rain. Niall, do you think there's going to be rain?
No, with all those percentages, and I'm really good at math. I did like math in university. That sounds like a high percentage chance of rain. So, Tommy, wets will be on today.
I also did math in university. Do you know what math I learned? That if
What?
your class average is 40% in a math course, the professor's the problem, not the material. I got a 60 on the final, though, so that was, literally putting me in the top 1% of the class.
So you got 60% on a class average of 40% to make you 1%.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what the best
That's
part is? With Terry finishing the formation lap well ahead of everyone else, the best part is our faculty made it literally against policy to grade on a curve. So literally over half the class failed, and that is, it's great. It's brilliant.
You know what? Good for you.
Yeah, that means just less people, to bother me in next year's class, right?
Pretty much.
All right. Well, everyone seems to be lined up. Don't know what the holdup is for Codemasters. Can't see the lights, and they seem to be going off on rapid fire.
And we're
Away.
off.
Looks like, Terry gets a good jump, and so does Tack. Tack already taking the position from Chipsy. Chipsy losing two positions, actually, and coming right back up to the top.
Oh, there's a spinner!
Oh!
We have a
that
spinner!
was turn 2! That was turn 2! Not turn 1.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
That's a technicality, I think.
Yeah, it's a technicality that matters. Looks like, everyone's fairly clear, fairly clean. No ridiculous moves thus far. Oh, and it looks like McLaren spun! That's Sir Harry? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What? And that's, lap 1 safety car again! So lap 1 safety car once again.
Now, may I just remind you of
We have replay.
Two people who are
Hold on,
gone?
we have replay. Go ahead.
Okay. So the people who are crashed out are soft mediums, so the hard people are ahead of two people with better tires than them right now. 4D chess play right there.
Okay. We didn't even make it through lap 1 once again. Once again, boys. That's great. This is fantastic. Don't you love this? Is somebody already in the pits? I guess they had to have damage.
Oh, Tack
in the pits. Does he have damage?
Maybe he's going hard?
Tack does not have damage. Well, it doesn't look like it, at least. He doesn't have wing damage, at least. And he is going on to the mediums. Is he going to the end on those mediums? Could you?
Ooh. Maybe he's probably thinking that this was probably the best time to actually get the situation of getting those tires off and getting new tires on, and then maybe swapping to the softs later on. And
it looks like he's not the only one Astro coming in. And as far as I can tell, these guys don't have that much damage. There's not enough people with damage to warrant these changes. Interesting. That's some high-level thinking. It looks like now going from 11 people starting on softs only to 5 at the moment. Oh, Chipsy reclaims P2 after Tack pits, obviously.
And Rose is very far down. But Rose, I believe, just pitted for mediums, but he was losing positions before the safety car.
Yeah, he, off the start, did not have a great start. Sir Harry, in chat, could you elucidate exactly how you spun and killed a Williams?
Or I can just drag him in here if you want.
Sure. We could have, there's nothing else to talk about. It's a safety car before we can even start the race. Sir Harry, please make yourself available on Discord.
What's up?
Hey! So, we saw on stream the spin, and when I came back to you to try to get an angle of all the cars passing you, there was just a Williams without 2 front wheels, sitting on track. Can you explain exactly the process of murder as if you were a murderer?
Well, I hit the curb, with my right front tire, and that just kinda sent me spinning. I tried to spin it into the infield, but when I locked up the tires, just brought me right back into the middle of the track. And I'm impressed only one person hit me. So
wow,
that's how I murdered that poor Williams there.
Yeah, real unfortunate. Great. That was literally his first race with us, and he's out before the end of lap 1. But
nice.
You know what?
Yeah, I know.
Let me just, as a message of condolences, don't worry too much about it. He had his telemetry on private anyway. Clearly, he wasn't that great of a person.
Deserved it.
Yeah, that's honestly why he was the person to hit me. Bad juju.
Yeah.
Hold on. No.
So
We have a follow-up question.
Okay.
Harry is leaving the Hotspurs. Are you going to change your name to Sir Harry City?
No. So I've been thinking about Sir Giannis Hotspur. I think that would be a good one.
Giannis?
Or maybe I'll do something with Sun. I haven't quite decided yet. And it's not confirmed he's leaving. I think he's gonna stay.
Safety car's
so.
in this lap. Get the hell out of the channel because we have a race to run.
Thank you.
See ya.
The safety car is in this lap. Terry becomes the pace car. He has to back everyone up. Erratic weaving all over the place. Trying to get this heat up. Is that SoCal? Spinning in turn number 12. That's unfortunate for him as we see the race getting underway at the moment. Terry waiting like
Very late.
pretty late. Obviously it's a long straight. You don't want to give your opponents that much of an advantage. And sorry, I saw a 3 wide and I kind of have to see it. That camera angle Cody's gave us pretty terrible. It looks like
Rogue has spun.
Rogue spun.
Rogue is hit.
And that's Astro out. That is Astro out. Are we gonna get another safety car immediately? No.
Oh my god. Rogue spun? Oh, I don't know. I did not catch that right if he did not hold onto the brakes. Because I saw Rogue falling back, like rolling back into Astro. This could be huge.
Oh man. This is yeah. Are we bumper cars or are we racing? Well, it looks like everyone else is having a fairly clean time. Obviously, only the spins creating issues here, and you know it is an issue. The downforce obviously levels are different in this game, and you know the cars as a result are a bit more twitchy. They have less downforce on the rear, you know, making it a bit harder to get a drive. Looks like Lord Raptor had a bit of issue coming out of turn 13 there. Not sure exactly what that was. Terry sitting the fastest lap of the race.
Tax going for an overtake on throttle. And will he get it done? Oh, he's gone on the outside. And he does.
Gets it done through the Prost S. Very, very good move. Throttle looking like he's going to come back around the outside through the Pastor straight. And Tack deploying his energy, keeping on the inside. This can only end well. Throttle behind at the time for the turn in for turn 4. And that is Tack keeping the position in that lovely French wee car.
Oh.
Yeah. Pepe Le Pew.
Come see, come sa.
And that is the extent of your French training in Canada. Welcome. Yeah, looking like, Smithy, you know, quite close to the gearbox. So actually, everyone's close to the gearbox of each other, considering that we just had a safety car restart. But, yeah, there's fighting all up and down the field.
And it seems to be kind of spread out right now.
Astro leaving the session after that abysmal death, and my game apparently crashing, I believe. Yeah, it has.
Oh, lovely. But somehow, we're still on stream, I presume.
We are, and I've just switched to the technical difficulties. If you could do a radio narration for us.
I was just going to say that. Like, it's now radio time, and we got Lord Raptor, who is being closely followed by Rosefest for about 2/10, and they got the DRS on by Rosefest. Rosefest has the energy deployed and is going to turn 4 and overtakes Lord Raptor. And now he's got Throttle in front of him, but Throttle seems to be a decent chunk ahead of him. See if anything else is happening on the track, honestly. Terry is 3/10 ahead of Chipsy, who is about 1 second ahead of Van. Nothing really of interest there. Trying to go through anything else. Tact is now on the rear of Ruda, which will be interesting going into the last DRS, because honestly, there are only about 2/10 of a difference between them. Rosefest is still trying to catch up to Throttle, but we'll see how that goes later on after Tact is up the hoop of Ruda. Let's see if he deploys. Oh, Tact is very much up his own arse right now of Ruda, and he is deploying the DRS. He is overtaking, and this is going to be a very easy overtake on Ruda, who is still on the hards as of 6 laps. And Rosas has also overtaken Throttle on the, I guess, the home straight, if you want to call it, the DRS, but is taking a little bit of a wobble onto the second DRS straight. Chipsy has taken the lead over Terry into turn 4 with a beautiful overtake. And he seems to be ahead by about 3/10 right now, which again, there's 6 seconds of time between first place and 4th place right now. I think I'm gonna stick with this action,
And
honestly,
we are back.
because I cannot see any other action on the field or on the track right now. How is that game going for you?
Well, I'm
Kia?
back in, and you know what? We're rearing to go. Who were you following?
No one. Van is actually deploying the ERS and DRS to see if he can get an overtake on Terry, but is just too far back. I'm currently following Van.
I see. Yeah, and it looks like Chipsy, as you mentioned, did overtake Terry
Because
into
Van,
the lead.
up until that corner, was actually very close to Terry, but Terry is now pulling away from Van. Yes, Tommy, I could be like, the whole field have crashed.
All right.
And I think right now the best action on the track will be P12, 11, and 10. They're actually only separated by about a second, actually 7
Ooh, and
tenths.
those AlphaTauris.
And it's two Alpha. Oh!
SoCal getting the move done on throttle, and that is SoCal up into P11 throttle. Maybe letting his teammate by. That was a bit of a wide angle, probably just, leaving room, being courteous racer and all that. But that is that move done.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we've got any moves in the front at this long DRS straight. Nothing, I think. Terry might go for an overtake, but no, I think he might wait until the next DRS straight once he has better traction out of this corner, using as much of his ERS as possible into the 30% right now. And Chipsy also in the exact same amount, and Terry's going for an overtake. And he does it very nicely, actually, on the outside. Ooh, possibly getting a warning there.
Nope, he has 0 warnings.
Well, GG to that guy. SoCal has overtaken Lord Raptor, but oof, on turn 4, will Lord Raptor actually take this back by the turn?
And we're back, I hope. Hello, Niall? Niall?
Hello,
Hi.
Kia. I was here just being silent, not doing a play-by-play at all. Can you
Yep,
hear me now?
Yep.
Hi.
Anything interesting happened while I was gone? Van looks like he's crawled into P3. When did that happen?
Terry's about to overtake Chipsy, it seems.
Got a nice
Again.
angle of that, and he does get the move done into turn 1 through the Prost S. Ooh, and held to the...
Even unless Terry...
Go on.
I was just going to say, it's honestly been a great battle for the top, like, 3. I think at one point they were 3/10 going into turn 6, which is I think the one we're going up until now. There's 3/10, and that was quite intense, honestly. Besides that, everything else has been kind of boring. Rogue is seeming to be on the back of Smithy, but Smithy just pitted for hards.
Interesting. The strategies we were told by the drivers...
Well, that's just a bad move.
Yeah,
right there.
the strategies we were told by the drivers do not include hards at any stage. Hards were a very bad choice, we were told. So that's interesting to see. How's Tack doing after his pitting immediately after the safety car? Hello?
Can you hear me?
You go silent for periods of time.
Give me one moment.
Chipsy on the back of Terry. Chipsy going around the outside. Turn 4 does not get it done.
Want to know if you actually can hear me?
Yes, yes I can.
Excellent. So, right now, it's honestly just Terry up in front by about 2-3/10 to Chipsy pretty much every lap right now, and Vanny's actually coming back into this very, very well.
And how's Tack's alternative strategy playing out?
OA is being hunted down by Tact and Stewie. They are about 1.5 seconds behind OA, but that will be closing down, it seems, as every lap goes down. Even though Stewie is on the softs and OA is on the mediums, they're both on 12 laps, respectively. Tact is on 2 laps fresher mediums.
After that called pit during the safety car, of course, the lap 1 safety car. And it does look like he might, he's crawled up to the back. Oh, sorry, Chipsy just got past Terry, and Terry is having to contend with Van through the Prost S again, and that's Terry losing 2 positions in 2 turns.
What happened there? I actually did not see that at all.
Looks like he just got overtaken on the DRS train, and it looks like Tack is actually overtaken Stewie as we predicted, but he's coming back right on his gearbox, but not close enough to get the move done and dusted.
And Throttle is coming for a pit, probably going to go on hards. Honestly, I don't think the softs are going to last that long. That's the issue here when you go on mediums, starting off with. If you don't make them last, you're going to have a big issue with the tire choice after that. I think Throttle does not know to let Jeff make the decisions, because that's just a bad choice.
Chipsy is at 50% wear on 13-lap-old softs, so that stands to reason that he's got another 5 laps in them. So that's 18 laps. That comfortably gets him to the end.
No, it doesn't. We're on lap 15.
I mean, he's going to struggle with wear at the end, but I still think it's going to be fine. As long as, you're not 90%, you're good. You're golden. Great. Looks like Van's now challenging Chipsy, and Terry is unable to recuperate those precious tenths that he lost in that battle the lap before. And I'm back.
You having fun? You having fun with the Discord?
No, I'm really not. This is literally the only time it happens. I have no idea what's going on. Anytime I'm doing anything else, I can have 4-hour-long conversations in private calls and stuff and be totally fine. Looks like Terry's...
Chipsy's
yeah,
in the
so
pits.
is Terry.
Chipsy. Yeah, and Stewie.
Looks like a lot of people are pitting. That leaves Van out in front with Owe and Tack behind. Rudda with 15-lap-old hard tires coming down the Pastor Straight. Looks like he's doing decently.
Attacked is?
No, I was talking about Rudda.
Oh, I didn't hear that. My apologies. Ruda seems to be doing decently well, but he's got a 3-second time penalty, and I presume he's got like more warnings. If I'm gonna be honest, it's Ruda. I'm just not gonna, lie about it. I presume he's probably gonna have 6 seconds of time penalties by the end of the race. He's on the hards and he's doing well, but he's got guys who are brand new mediums, only about 5 seconds behind him.
I'd be careful.
We'll
I'd be
see.
careful shading him. He does like to at people in Discord with clips of them saying things on stream, going really. So yes, Ruda, really, you take penalties. That's it. Mic drop.
Yeah.
No cap.
And if he wants to do that, that's no problem. I'll just drag him into commentary.
And that's Van
ask
into the
him in front
pits,
of
tack
everybody.
into P2, right on the rear of OOA. OOA on 2-lap older medium tires. Tack with the disparity is only 2 laps, but Tack is only at 40% wear, is maximum wear, and OA is on 55%. So Tack has expended a lot of his energy. He's down to only 13% here, whereas OA is up to 40%. But Tack is doing a lot better in terms of tire management than OA is. Probably has a far less aggressive setup, and is going to be able to kind of nurse his car to the end. I don't think he can. You know what? No, I don't think he can make it to the end unless there's another safety car. But fair shot.
There's now like a fun battle in the middle though, because of the Chipsy Terry pitting. There's a nice little crowd of people around each other, which will hopefully make it a bit more exciting. But it'll probably won't.
Van right on the.
But we do have. Yeah,
right on the
go ahead.
gearbox of Lord Raptor, trying to avoid crashing into him into the braking zone. Before the DRS even opens, he's gonna get alongside and just sail past Lord Raptor. Not yielding. He is set up for the inside, but he's a bit too far on the left. He does drift back, and it doesn't matter because he's not gonna be able to defend that corner. Terry and Chipsy both picking up time penalties, I believe.
No, just Terry.
Chipsy was the fastest lap, wasn't it?
I don't see that actually right now. That's my apologies.
Yeah, I think it was the fastest lap.
Fast lap is Chipsy with a 108.7.
SoCal getting trying to get around Van at least. Struggling a bit with it.
And Terry has overtaken Chipsy though.
So he has. And SoCal able to actually keep up with Van despite the huge disparity in their tire wear.
But all these guys, I guess Van essentially being out in front of SoCal and SoCal kind of backing up a small bit, leaves Stewie to actually gain some time on them. Maybe Stewie can actually get these positions back from his pit stop earlier than he thought. And Chipsy's trying to overtake Terry right now.
Yeah, around the outside into turn 1. They're sticking it through side by side, and Chipsy does get the switchback, but Terry is able to keep that position.
And with DRS as well.
Yeah, crucially with DRS obviously being behind at the intersection point, but remaining ahead just as they barreled down the straight. Chipsy still, staying quite close, didn't lose a chunk of time. SoCal going side by side with Lord Raptor, and through turns 6 and 7, I think that is Lord Raptor with that position.
I think you are right indeed. But it seems that Tact is about half a second behind OA going into the DRS straight, and he is, crucially, has a DRS right now, and OA just went into the pits, so Tact is, for right now, P1.
And he's free to go ahead and drive as he please. He is, fairly low on energy. He's actually the lowest car out there at the moment, but he's going to be able to recover as long as he's not, fighting constantly. Looks like, Terry and Ruda having a nice little battle here. Terry, the meat in a Aston Martin sandwich at the moment. I would not want to be between them. Terry going for a move. Oh! Ruda defending very aggressively.
That was a late maneuver
And
by
Ruda
Ruda.
getting passed by Chipsy.
Ruda, just back down, please.
Good lord. Gonna have to bring that up on replay.
And Van is being an AI right now?
Nope, looks like Van to me. He's holding the brakes and the accelerator at the same time. That is a classic Van maneuver. No, that is...
Okay.
Sorry, that is definitely an AI, just twiddling the brakes there.
Okay, because I'm like looking at him and there's like an X above his name.
I don't actually see that.
Well, that might be just me though.
I mean, I'm sure he's an AI. The throttle tracer looks like an AI.
Ooh,
But
Stewie is right up the hoop of SoCal Blazer? Yes, it is SoCal. Oh, and he hits him.
Ooh! The AI of
Gave him like a
the AI of Van does get an overtake done. It looks like, oh my god, one of the AlphaTauris looks like he's lagging all over the place. Or sorry, the Alfa Romeo, as it were.
Which one, Stewie?
Yeah, looks
The
like
only
he was
one.
skipping around just a bit.
The only person who right now skipping around for me is probably Van, but that's, you know, typical Van
Oh,
maneuver.
and that's the AlphaTauri of SoCal just sticking his nose up the inside in the middle of a corner. Not a brilliant move. Thankfully, nothing bad comes of it. But here we are, a nice little pack in down below. Chipsy, quite close to Terry. Is he gonna go for a move at the end of Sector 3? We'll have to wait and see. He's right on the gearbox at the moment. Van jumping around.
Yeah. Van losing Ruda. And
Chipsy,
Chip with the DRS.
yeah, he's aiming to go up the, go through the outside, and does he back off? He does back off. Oh, and he gets hit by Van!
Oh!
He gets hit by the Van AI! Oh, man! I don't know if I would have let off like Chipsy did. I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe to game the DRS or something? I'm not sure. But he certainly did look like he lifted off. I didn't check the throttle trace, but that's what it appeared to be.
Interesting.
Now, Lord Raptor following along quite closely with Stewie. Let's see if anything comes of this. Throttle, picking up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
I'm curious what's happened to Van.
Yeah, I am not sure. Looks like Always right on the back of Ruda with softs. I think obviously this is going to be an easy move from Owe.
Pretty easy overtake. Yeah.
I'll have to see how hard Ruda decides to fight it. Whether he decides to... Oh my god!
You saw that
What?
too, right?
Oh, what? Gonna need a... Just... What is happening?
Okay, okay, I'm glad it was not the old worst who just saw that, 'cause that was...
Ruda getting
I don't know.
held? Why is he getting held? He didn't have a penalty?
Ruda, maybe he got a penalty for 5 seconds for the
But
speeding the pit lane possibly
no,
just
that gets put after on the next stop. What? What? And he's teleporting? What is happening? Okay, alright, sure. You know what? Let's find a gap and watch some battling. I am through with Codemasters and their bugs. Oh, and of course it's Van with the closest gap to anyone.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Terry's got a... Oh, we got a Sector 2. Oh, that's a Rogue, is it? That's Rogue who spun off.
It's a big oof ouchies from him.
Yeah. No pog for him.
Poggant, tacking into the pits for softs. Yeah,
Softs.
make it to the end.
Has to be softs, yeah. We got 13 laps left right now. Sorry, Sir Harry, you cannot get this lobby restarted.
Well, actually,
because
it is past 75%, I believe.
No, we're at 66 right now.
66%? Okay, so if we're at 66%, that means that half points are awarded.
But we'll see if anybody, I guess at this point in the stage...
No, we're not actually close, but if the lobby was to be broken beyond recognition, like if something terrible happened and everyone was DNF'd or whatever, we would set it to the previous lap before everything fucked up, and we'd award half points until we get to like 75 or 80%, and then we'd award full points. So no restarting.
Oh, SoCal has who has spun? It's Throttle at the same place that Rogue spun. I guess that's
bad juju for the
Honda
Austrians.
for you.
Looks like is Van still an AI?
Let me have a look. I don't
No,
think so.
he's riding the brake and the throttle at the same time like a normal person, of course. Van, stop it! You madman. Yeah, he's quite close to the rear of Terry. I don't think he's going to be able to actually get past, but it is going to be a three-way fight to the lead. Terry, obviously, with that 3-second penalty, is going to put him at a significant disadvantage in the closing stint of this race. He's going to be, obviously, clawing to fight back. Owe, on those soft tires, is at a significant advantage to everyone else. If he can get past Van's AI, who is just teleporting around... Honestly, you might need to risk it for the biscuit and just drive through him at this point.
I honestly, at this point, because it's on stream, I think this will be fine.
Yeah.
Because every time Van teleports, he wiggles.
It's disconcerting. And this cannot end well. I would not put myself as close to Van's AI as Owe is doing here. That seems like a very bad idea.
Oh!
And Vance just teleported like 5 miles up the road. Oh, Lord Raptor taking the speed of the pit lane penalty.
But this is... Oh, Gypsy's got a 3-second time penalty right now for multiple warnings.
Oh.
This makes it more
That
interesting.
is a big F. A big oofers. It looks like Van is set to inherit the lead, and potentially OOA coming in P2. Honestly, Van might get disqualified if he finishes like this.
Well, isn't it more than 5 laps of AI? And I think
No,
we're on the verge of that right now.
we removed the 5-lap specification and said a significant distance. I personally, as not a member of the FIA, as a member of the commentary team who's trying to be entertaining, I would consider this significant distance.
I'm on the verge of saying, if he hits lap 30, just, ban him.
Exactly.
Never liked the guy.
Exactly.
This is F1 cars,
he's
not F1
he's a music
fans.
producer, and he still hasn't made us a theme song yet. It's very simple.
No, and I haven't heard the if you go onto Tact right now, we haven't heard the rap from Tact. This French Alpine dude.
Yeah, I mean, nobody could have predicted Van would actually do well, though. Van gets booted to the bottom, and Owe is fighting with that AI. What is going on? The AI should have blue flags at the moment, but doesn't, and he's just jiggling all around.
Wait, Van is ahead of him again!
Van is P12 but ahead, and this feels bad, man, for OOA, because this is disastrous for OA's race. OA could genuinely contend that he would win with a pretty big margin. He was on fresh softs, but he's getting held behind this scrupulent AI. Honestly, I think Williams need to hire this Van character. He's doing a brilliant job defending.
And the AI is going
he is going for an overtake on Terry.
So this will make it easier for OA.
No, it won't, because Van's AI is still without penalties. Oh,
who's
backwards!
Gypsy spun!
What? Gypsy's spins out of the lead in turn 3.
And it's the AI of Van who's winning.
The AI of Van is in the lead. Is Terry gonna spin himself on the lagging AI carcass of what used to be Van the Beast?
No.
He's ghosting. Ghosting is specifically disabled. Van takes a 3-second time penalty. How does an AI even do that? What is going on? Welcome to the Upside Down. What is happening?
The AI level is 80, Sir Harry. It's only 80, and
it's
somehow it's destroying these people.
I don't know whether that's actually an AI or whether Van's like controlling it and his game's just sending like 5-second delayed output to the Oh, I thought the AI was so wide there, but of course not. He just rubber bands back onto the circuit. Terry Terry quite smartly is giving him a rather big breathing room, and this could only be good for OOA and Tact XO. Tact, if he can close up that 2.4 second gap, which looks like he might, because OOA is, of course, being blocked by the AI who's blocking Terry in front of him. Tact might inherit a podium from Chipsy's Blunder Wonder, and Van's...
I don't even think that. I think Tact is going for the win of this.
If he gets past OOA, it's a possibility. He does have the softer tires, and there are 7 laps of left. Can someone please, like, phone call Van and tell him to retire or something? Like,
I'm just gonna hop into that voice chat real quick and see what the hell's happening. Or do you want me to drag him up here?
No, you can go find out what's happening.
Oh, he spun the ice!
No, he didn't! No, he's rubber banded back onto the circuit!
Not in my game!
What? Can you go into that voice channel?
Oh, there he is! He's second first!
Can you go into that voice channel and please ask Van what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
OOA going for a move on Terry around the outside, putting himself in the danger zone, the hot seat right behind the AI. I can only imagine this will end well for him. He rear ends the AI just barely, both of them surviving through the turn. And he's getting right up close. Van lets him by, and that is OOA into P1. And that is Terry up into P2. No, Van just glitches back in front. What's going on?
So, I've new information. Van's still racing.
That is absurd. That is absurd.
And he's not in first, but I never got to know
He's
what
in first.
position he's in.
He's in first on our screens?
Yeah, but not on his,
Can you go ask OOA if Van's in front of him?
Yeah, sure. OA is not.
Can you ask
any
Terry
voice chat.
or Tact?
Okay, yeah, I'll go into Tact.
Oh my god. I mean, if Van contends that he's driving OOA going for another move, like, we might just need a... You want to win an ARC, just downgrade your internet. Get like, broadband DSL. Like, come on. What is this? Just play on data on your phone. Like, hotspot your phone and put it in a Faraday cage or something ridiculous. OOA ostensibly taking the lead, but I have a feeling that Van's going to find a way to teleport right back in front into P1. Man, this is disappointing, to say the least. It does look like Tac might inherit a P2 at the very least, but I have doubts that he's going to be able to clear the blockade of yahoos and hobos in front of him. Looks like Dartle's into the pits once again. Terry getting a bit off track there. Rose caught up to the back of Smithy. We'll take a gander. Actually, we'll check to see if Terry's going down the inside of Van. Is he going to take the lead? He might be able to step away with it. Unless Van's AI just, completely garbles him. Looks like Van's now having to fight off Tact. Tact coming with a vengeance. Van letting him go. And that is the end of an era of Van AI lag defending. That is a new revolutionary technique that I cannot wait to see in the rest of the season. Very exciting, not at all horrible to watch. Rosefest having a bit of a tussle-rustle with Smithy there. And I imagine that Niall is back in the channel. Niall, can you tell me what happened to Tac? Niall.
So OA is not in. I didn't go into Tact. Can you?
I can. Go ahead.
Okay, so I didn't go into Tact. So I went to Chipsy, Rogue, and Rudas just to see what they were like. And they say, firstly, that Van's internet and rubber banding is absolutely horrendous, and that Van was in first and second place at one point. Not both at the same time, but he went in first place and OA overtook him, and then he went in second place, so... This is correct. It's just that it seemed that for us, the AI was driving, but for Van, he was actually driving himself.
Well, In which case,
Thanks, Cody.
Van has a lot to answer for. Looks like Tak is right on the back of Terry here, and unless Terry acquiesces and just concedes that position, I think that Tak's going to be hard fought to actually get past Owe. He does, of course, have the fresher tires, only at 40% wear, Owe up to 55, and he does need to obviously clear Terry in the first place, and I'm not sure that Terry would be willing to part with his on-track position, even though he does have a 3-second penalty. So it's going to look like, I imagine the road up for Tak is going to have to be a pass on this DRS straight of Terry, and in that case, he does have to save his energy just a bit. They're all roughly around the same. They have about a quarter of their packs left. Obviously, that braking zone helps a bit, but it looks like Tak isn't able to get the best launches onto this DRS straight, and that's why he's struggling so much, but he is also out of energy at the moment. There is a road forward for Tak to obviously take the win here.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. The energy system is not...
Go ahead. Tell me about the energy system. Sure, okay. Thank you for your divisive input. Yeah, Terry right on the back of OOA. The best thing Tak can hope for right now is that Terry just runs into OOA and runs him off the road, and an exasperation of frustration or something. But there is a slim chance of that. Tak does, he's again, like, he's on for a solid second at the moment, but he is tantalizingly close to just giving a little whiff, a little sniffle of that victory. And we're gonna have to see whether he's able to get it. He does rear end Terry there. Doesn't pick up any wing damage as far as I can see. So he's clear to just move on. We'll have to see what is happening with Lord Raptor and Ruda back here for a moment. Looks like nothing big, so we'll go back on with Tak, who consistently loses like 0.2 of a second out of the exit of turn 12 there. It's just not going well for him. They have DRS on a back marker. Terry going on the inside of OOA, and this might be the golden opportunity for Tak if they have a little tussle, and if... Yeah, it's putting OOA right into the grasps of Tak, who's now going for the overtake. He might get it on both of them. He's going to the outside now, 3 wide into Mar-a-Lago, and this does not go well. Oh, and Terry gets spun into OOA just narrowly missing him, and then it's Tak into the lead. We'll have to see that on replay, but if Tak can keep this up for another lap and a half, that is him with the victory. OOA does not have much to fight back with, but we'll have to see. Not exactly sure what happened to Terry there. Didn't have the best angles myself, but I imagine that could be a penalty for any of them. Could be a racing incident, could be a lot of things. But looks like the AI of Van, for some goddamn reason. I know he's actually the one racing, but I'm still calling him an AI, because honestly his moves are robotic. What was I going to do? Penalties. Yeah, looks like Van, even with the 3-second penalty, even with that, he needs to write a letter of extreme gratitude. Thank you, ISP, for giving me terrible internet so that I may win online races. But OOA provisionally in P2, following along with Tak very closely, but not able to overtake both of them, just expending the hell out of their batteries. And looks like we're on the final racing lap, so it will come down to whether Tak is able to get a good enough exit, save enough energy to be able to power out of turn 12, where he has had issues for the entire race, I would say. Checking back here to see what's going on. It's a close gap, but not likely to change at the moment, as we have to follow our race leaders. And yeah, OOA, Tak is just able to get that distance. OOA does remain in DRS distance for now, but we'll have to see whether that remains with 2 corners left before the DRS straight in detection zone. We'll have to see. But it does look like Tak might take the victory here in Tier 1 in Brazil. And yeah, it looks like he might. It looks like he definitely will. Tak crosses the line, P1, and that is the win for him. Oh, away comes P2. Van lags himself into P3. Terry... rotating a 10-second penalty. Terry coming P4, crashing himself into the wall. Very classy. Stewie P6, where Chipsy finished P5. Smithy P6 actually jumps Stewie on penalties. Rosefest might jump both of them. No, jumps nobody. Lord Raptor coming over with a 5-second unserved penalty will round out the top 9. And Ruda behind him with 6 seconds. SoCal, P11, Rogue with 10 seconds penalties. P15, is he out of juice? No, he's not. He's just instant across the line because he's funny. What a funny guy. And that is the end of the race. Wow. Unfortunately, my Discord has taken another poop. I think I'm back now. So we'll go ahead and head over to... No, that's technical difficulties. Hold on. Interviews. Who do you want to interview?
I think we have to interview Van. I think that would be prime.
Van, is your connection good enough to hear us?
What?
Hi,
Hello.
is your connection good enough to hear us?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not about that.
So what exactly, precisely, made you pull a Juan Sanya and just take out your Ethernet plug like every 5 seconds?
It's not that. It's just where I live. You know, I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Well,
and
I'd
upgraded
like
the internet
to
the other
I'd
day.
like to apologize to our viewers for that coarse language. That is not representative of our views here.
Yes. Sorry.
Were you aware
Anyway, I
at the
called.
time that
Yes. Yes, I was aware. Trust me, I was not happy. Because I don't like when I lag because I know random stuff can happen, and it makes it harder for me to know if a car is actually next to me when we are going side by side. So I was really not pleased at the second half of the race because the first half was perfect. There was no lag. You know, Terry, Chip, me, we're all battling fine. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your input. I'll return you to the channel you came from. Which one was that?
Ferrari.
All right. Next up, we have our race winner for Tier 1 in Brazil, Mr. Doesn't Lag Tact XO. Tac, how do you feel about winning today?
I'm so freaking stoked. It's been so long since I won a freaking race around
How do you
here.
feel about the
Finally.
prospect of you losing this momentous victory to a careless move through, I don't know, what's turn 4's name? Mar-a-Lago, that one. Yeah, you
Mar-a-Lago?
went 3 wide and Terry ended up dying. Can you explain exactly?
I was in the middle. I had nowhere to go on the left. I had nowhere to go on the right. I took I was very, very cautious.
Now,
I think Ua turned in a little early from what I remember, and then I don't know what happened, but that was insane. I mean, I was so stressed about my strategy. I thought I made a mistake pitting under the
no, I
SC
think honestly the strategy was very good. It played out really well for you, and for that you do get driver of the day.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go. Wow, Kia, you're just making up for last week, eh?
No, I still trashed you pretty heavily on the on the stream.
Oh, sick. All right.
Did you?
Sick. All right.
Could you just relay your first-person accounts of Van the Lag Machine beats?
I don't know. I didn't really. I passed him pretty quickly just because I was in fresh tires and I didn't really see him lag too much. I saw a lot of people with like the little red bar connection over their name or next to their name, but I wasn't sure if that was me lagging. But like I didn't see any cars like glitch out or anything, so I wasn't really complaining too much.
I mean, at what point did you realize that victory was possible? Because
Oh, and I was going for the win the whole time. I mean, knowing that, I was going to have, 1 or 2 second advantage per lap on my softs at the end. I was going for the win, especially seeing how many penalties those guys got. I was a little nervous about Ua. He did the undercut, pitted for softs pretty early. But I was just banking on, him being slow towards the end of his stint with his old softs, and mine are like 2 or 3 laps younger.
do you think you still could have won had the 3 wide sandwich not happened?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think I would have gotten. I mean, I passed Terry there, and then I would have gotten probably on the next straight or something like that. I was pretty low on ERS, so it would have been close. But I think, I mean,
You were
race to
both
lose there, to be honest.
equally at 8% on ERS.
Oh, okay.
Now one final question for you, and I'd like to offer you a prediction challenge. What do you think will happen first? Will you win another Grand Prix, or will Gore actually attend one?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. I mean,
Both aren't likely to happen. So the question is,
yeah, his pimp keeps calling him out to hotels across the nation. So I feel like it's gonna be a long time until he comes back. I mean, hey, the more he's not here, the less competition I have. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna win I'm gonna win a race before he
All
gets
right.
back.
Well, thank you
There you
for
go.
joining us, and I will return you to wherever you came from. There you go. Thank you all for joining us for what was a chaotic stream with technical difficulty energy. I have been Kia has something wrong with his computer, Marak, and with me is Niall, gets cut off all the time, Drake. Thank you for joining us, and that'll be all.